you see is what you get.
Ain't he already come from Oregon?
Never mind what you see. Never mind what you heard. This is seen and not heard. Yo, guys,
pardon us. We're
I'm
in the middle
sorry.
of NBA frenzy. Yo.
Yeah, it's getting great.
Yo, I gotta put the phone away because we'll be so.
No fucking way.
Yeah, don't even talk about
Yeah.
it.
All right, so yeah, we here.
Yo, we here. Yo, you know, and it's funny that this is our theme. That this landed this week. You know, not patriotic, but it's Independence Day,
Yeah,
and we doing the America movies.
yeah, for sure.
And
It was
this
funny
week-
how that happened. Like
and
that.
this
That's
week
really crazy.
is actually, I think it was the 37th anniversary of Coming to America.
Oh shit.
We had a lot of
Yeah.
divine intervention the way these filmings drop.
Yeah, in the way
Word.
it
They'll
lined
be
up.
posted later because y'all got to catch up. But when we filmed it, it's crazy. But today, American Fiction.
American
American
Fiction
Fiction.
with my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Never heard of this movie.
He's on. He's one of those
Jeffrey
ones for
Wright
me.
is.
Yeah,
I got him
people.
up there.
yeah.
I
Yo,
people.
that's
Yeah,
the first.
Yo, we
that's
gotta
the
do that
first
too.
one.
Yo, Cruz been asking us to do Shaft. Yo.
That is
Shaft
the
is my shit.
that is
yo.
the very first moment that I laid eyes on him
on
on
as an
screen.
actor. Yeah,
Was
yeah.
him playing Peoples Hernandez.
I
Shaft,
people.
you know
Washington
what I'm saying?
Heights,
You
nigga.
know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
Yo.
And ironically enough, it was probably his worst acting job, but he came off.
Yo, you know what's
Egyptian
funny?
cotton motherfucker.
Motherfucker, this like today a chitty paycheck. Yeah, nigga. I don't know, nigga. He smoked that movie. I don't know, nigga.
I mean, it's a terrible accent.
It is.
But it's a great, terrible accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Classic terrible accent.
He stuck to it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
know how like we talked about, I think Angela Bassett having like a bad accent.
Yeah, in
But
the
she
Biggie
went
movie.
but she went in and out of it.
Yeah, she
like,
came
yo,
out of it later in the movie.
He was committed to people.
Yeah.
he
So it made it
I
good.
think he's method.
good
nigga.
bad.
So I think he was people's for
Hired people.
the whole time that they was. He
Hired
might have chilled
people.
with some Dominicans, nigga. He might have sold a couple birds, nigga, to fucking
Yeah.
get in the character.
He
I
had
don't know, yo.
he had the J Mills sideburns.
Yeah.
Remember the long
Dog.
pointy?
Yeah, the
Dog.
long point.
The super just
The
slick.
Red Cafe.
Yo, crazy, yo.
Nah, that's
a whole
that's
other
the
movie,
classic
yo, yeah.
classic J Mills no
Yeah.
sideburns.
Damn, yo.
Yo, tough.
Damn.
This is
'Cause that's
for my
another
people.
movie where the cast is fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaft is on the on
Yeah.
the list, yo. That's
Sorry.
on the list.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys. We about to get back
yeah,
to
yeah.
it.
But yeah, you said you had never heard about it. So I wanted to
Never heard of it.
I like bringing movies to K that he's never seen. Obviously we talk a lot. We share a lot of like similar interests in movies and stuff, but then when your wife released the book, it got me into like, yo, like let's look at some literary shit. So there's a couple other books that or a couple other movies that I have that are based around books or based off of books and shit like that. Like Finding Forrester probably being another one that's big into like the writing and shit. Love that fucking movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But I thought this one fit just with the dialogue that we usually try to pull out of some of these movies. The nature of just being a black man in the working environment, you know what I'm saying? Like how that looks. And just I just think it was refreshing. Like it was a movie that I got late to the year it came out. Like I honestly I don't think I saw it till last year technically. But when I saw it won one of the Oscars, or I don't know if it was like for screenplay or something like that. But they got some notoriety for it, yo. Jeffrey Wright was getting a lot of notoriety for his roles. I think he was also nominated. Matter of fact, I think he might have won. He might have won. Yeah, I think he won for this, yo. So and when I finally got to viewing it, I'm like, damn, this is deep. I'm a nigga that likes to read, so I'm a nigga that also picks up on a lot of those nuances and just what a lot of the message that the movie's trying to messages that the movie's trying to portray. So I'm glad it got like it seems like it was like well received all around, you know. So
Sure.
but yeah.
And I feel like they did it in like a very Spike way. You know what I'm saying? Like how
low
like,
key.
It's bamboozled.
yeah,
It's
kinda
been-
how-
And that like
Yeah.
like upon first watch, I mean that's one thing that was obvious for me. I was like, "This is a way
more palatable.
more produced.
Yeah.
Because I mean, but Spike went with the raw camera type of style for the shoot for Bamboozled. Like this is a real movie, but it's Bamboozled, and they just instead of TV, it's books.
Yep. Which is interesting, because
you get to peek behind the curtain and see what like the industry is really like for like writers, because like as someone who has gotten to see like the behind the scenes of someone publishing a book, like a lot of those things that were themes in the movie remain real. They ring true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they definitely they heighten it. They embellish a little bit on like it's when they're just going in on like, oh, it's got all the tropes and all this other shit. It's like, all right, like in a real world setting, it might be it's probably gonna be a little bit toned down, choice words. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I like that. Am I going too far if I go towards the end of the movie?
No, I don't think so.
We can always jump around.
Yeah. Okay. So the conversation that him and Issa are having.
Oh yeah, that was one of the main ones. Oh yeah,
in the lunchroom. Well, while they were judges, like I like the nuance of that conversation where like he prejudged her to be what he more or less masqueraded as was a person that was like either a certain way or catering to a certain way, and she was looking at it more as a job and did research and was like, even though mines may not be indicative of my experience, it's actually still indicative of real people because I actually did the research and did interviews, and I wasn't just like throwing paint at the wall with stereotypes. And I could tell by getting the tone of this story that this is disingenuous and just throwing paint at the wall stereotypically.
Which was very interesting because I'm sure you guys have seen the clip of Denzel talking about he's like, yo, he says something, he's comparing like Scorsese and Spielberg. He's like, Scorsese directed Goodfellas, Spielberg directed Schindler's List. He's like, I'm sure Scorsese probably could have made a good Schindler's List, and Spielberg probably could have made a pretty solid Goodfellas. But from a cultural standpoint, there's gonna be some things that are missing. This is a large conversation. I'll take it back to the SZA and fucking Keke Palmer movie, where I saw a lot of black people that wish we had more comedies like that. But then when they saw it, they're like, oh, I could have, and people could have that sentiment, oh, I could have just watched this at the crib, or it felt like a Netflix movie or whatever. But it's like, that was actually one of the more successful comedies in the last couple years. Like, and I don't think people gave it enough fucking love for that. And a lot of people's like, oh, it's some nigga shit. But it's just like, but I would much rather have black people handle the nigga shit than what we've unfortunately had. And I'm not saying some of these movies that we grew up on, a lot of the late 80s and 90s movies that are black movies, but they're written by white people, directed by white people. So it's like, did they get some of the tonal stuff? Absolutely. But it's just like, what the fuck do you really know about being black like that? So I respect part of Issa's conversation where she's like, some of these things I might have actually took from real people and put it in there. So there is a difference, There
even though I feel like her tone as a writer was very heavy-handed,
for sure. Because I resonated with Monk throughout that whole thing
when he was surprised that she was as smart as she was.
Well, not necessarily that, but more so he's like it was hard for him to really like see the difference, because the general public is not really gonna know the difference. But then there's another conversation of like, we hear this all the time on other pods that me and you listen to, where it's like, and just as creatives, bro, once we put the art there, it's not ours no more. Once we put the art out there, like it's left for everybody else to interpret. It's a large part of, shout out to my brand, shameless plug, but it's a lot of reason why Weebu was a thing, I wanted to make shit that I wanted other people to feel something about the clothing. Like when Dodds wears the shorts every time he goes to the gym. That's his favorite fucking pair of gym shorts. I got other people that's like, nigga, I really only wear this shit when I'm going out, when I'm stepping out. Like I put that shit on like they putting on like Gucci or something like that. Like I wanted to mean something to somebody. So that's just how art gets interpreted, And that conversation between them is probably top 3 moments in the movie to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it humbles him in a way. And like in the notes, it is isolate black elitism versus isolation versus intellectual elitism. His family, his colleagues and his fucking peers all come at him for being stank. Like uppity nigga
Self-righteous,
shit.
yeah.
Self-righteous nigga shit. Yeah.
Highbrow.
Highbrow, yep. All of that.
I think another nuance, I don't know if you guys picked up on it in that scene when they were rating to find the winner. When they say fuck wins, which was the Stag Lee book. That was technically Monk's book.
Yep.
They say you're outnumbered. Like, well, it's 3-2. But then they say, but I think it's important that we hear black voices. Which is ironic as shit.
Yeah, because you're suppressing black voices
while saying
in real time.
You hear the black voices.
Yeah. Yep.
And the three of them are on one side of the table. And the
And
two
the
of
black
them are on
people
the
are,
other side.
yep.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like just like the layers of that. I was
The
like,
juxtaposition.
it's like I see what y'all did.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire.
What else do we got? Okay.
Yo, they did wifey dirty.
And Monk was just like a complex
yeah,
character.
let Kay get his shit off real quick. Good.
Oh man, like
One time for the
one of my top crushes, Miss Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes.
Yeah, I hit bro. I didn't put it in the group chat, but when I was doing my rewatch, I said, "Yo, I'm manifesting this for you, bro." And he started laughing. I said, "Yo, her skin is amazing, bro." I said, "Yo, I ain't trying to creep on your queen, yo, but she got some amazing skin, yo." Tracy Ellis Ross, she looks good
Quality.
every time I see her. But this movie though,
Yeah, great.
she healthy,
Man,
healthy skin routine.
I was hurt to see how much she wasn't in this movie. When they, because I wasn't
out of there fast.
I wasn't looking for her to be in this movie, and like whatever. Like if it's on the docket, I'm gonna watch it. We gonna do what we gotta do. And then like it's like y'all just hit me with the extra cell. Like, oh snap! By the way, your shorty's in it. I'm like, she's in it. Oh, we really about to watch.
That's a tough scene too.
gone.
It made me think about
Unexpected death.
unexpected death for sure. My mom passed from hypertension. Like she had a heart attack. We don't talk about it enough in women. And then like this is probably my third time. It was like my third, maybe fourth time watching the movie. And looking at Tracy Ellis's character and just like hearing everything, because like they say it 2, maybe 3 times before she passes away in the movie, that like her dealing with the divorce and all that other shit. It's just like, yo, she's super stressed out. Because I'm like, why heart attack? But it's just like, nah, like maybe because maybe in the book that the movie's based off of, maybe it's just a little bit more detailed and shit like that. Movies are all about showing and not telling. But I thought that was real interesting. You know, it just made me think like, damn, like, we always talk about hypertension in men, especially in black men, blood pressure and all that. Yo, it's like, damn, like, yo, what about the ladies, yo? You know what I'm saying?
Think about what she was handling though. She was like very like she was a mom. She was professionally like in like a high position.
And she was the main
caretaker for the mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
she's just coming out of a divorce. So all of these things.
That took her to the cleaners.
And it's stuff that she was shouldering that nobody was finding out. I mean, you got to remember, she just like in the same scene that she died. Like
telling
she
about
was
the pops.
like not even that. We're gonna get to that too.
Oh shit, word.
Nah, when she's like he's like, yo, but you've been holding it down. Like, yo, can we pay for somebody? Da da da. And she's like, yo, like he's like, yo, we're gonna have to sell the beach house. And she's like, yeah, we are, because we got to pay for the reverse mortgage that she took out on her actual house. Like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You're all the way over there in California, being a professor, having a hell of a life, and like I'm over here dealing with all the shit, and like I hate to say it, but all the men are selfish. No disrespect, because some can view suicide as selfish, and the father did self delete. Yep. He did self delete. Like,
was very immature, so it's like
so all the men are selfish in some regard and left her to hold the bag.
Yeah, facts.
Like she had a lot on her plate, man.
Yeah.
How they do my wifey like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on, baby. I feel
Come
that.
on, let her stay around a little longer.
Right.
You feel me? Like, but it goes to show too, like, you know, like it's not the place where they shine the spotlight on in the movie, but it also shows you like the plight of the black woman. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
It's like you got to wear all these different roles, all these different hats.
For sure.
A lot of them you don't get any credit for, but it all comes and it takes a toll on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it took a toll on her so much physically that she died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, one topic, right?
What you got?
Black art is profit.
Of course.
So, what is black art for? Is the storytelling to entertain, educate, challenge, or is it for comfort?
It can be any of those things. I feel.
All of them. I think the thing that makes it really weird is just being categorized by being black. And that's tough. But I think they did a great job showcasing that in the Barnes and Noble scene.
Yeah.
When he's like, yo, like, so the
Yeah,
only
I'm a black author, but this is not like a black book.
it's not African American studies. Like, you just got this here because I'm black. Like that's weird.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
I feel him on that.
100%. It was like, yo, what section does what I made go into? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm a chef and I make amazing Italian food, like, don't put it in the soul food category because I'm black.
Just because I'm black. Facts.
But think about that with music. It's often like that.
100%.
Yeah.
How they
People be
categorize
singers and get called rappers.
Yeah. Post
'Cause
Malone gets called a rapper all the fucking time.
I hate to say it, but like, one of the more poignant things before the decline of Ye, rapper is equivalent to the N word for some people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
it's deep.
so on mute, homie walks in. Hate to say it, traditional. Hair and locks, like the right fit on. Okay, he's a rapper, but he's Ty Dolla $ign. He actually sings and he plays the instruments. Why are you calling Ty Dolla $ign a rapper?
Yeah.
Outside the fact that you didn't listen to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Classification of things
Yeah. That
happens a lot in art.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Like,
No
but
pun,
you know what it brings me to though, because you're saying it could be everything all in one, but like, I think the track is disingenuous, but the Lil Baby protest record, if side conversation, but it's like. A lot of people think Lil Baby's been falling off and all this other shit. Not that I'm the biggest fan of his, but like I do follow his career a little bit. And yeah, there was one point in time where he was hot as hell, and that fucking protest record definitely helped push him because it came out at the right time. It was saying the right things. And I'm not saying he was the right artist to do it, but like at the time he was one of the guys. You know what I'm saying?
One of the top artists
but
out.
then just for him, like within a couple months, was just like. Yeah, like, now I'm good. Like, this is not me. Like, don't expect more of these records, you know, and all this other shit. And it's just like, well, what the fuck did you really do that for?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I'm definitely not saying all artists need to, like, stand up for something. But I think once you cross certain, like, barriers, like rise to the challenge a little bit. I'm not saying just be a conscious rapper overnight, but, like, yo, it would have been dope to see him kind of, like, maybe get a little bit more involved. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's why people like, and I know Public Enemy, but that's why people like Drake don't dabble in things like that.
Yeah,
like yo, if
I
I'm
was
not,
gonna bring him
like
up,
if
yeah.
like if I'm not really about any of the deeper stuff, like I'm not even gonna introduce myself into this lane so that you start holding me to these things. Like, you know, I hate to say it, it's Michael Jordan saying Republicans buy sneakers too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, if I'm just capitalist, I'm gonna be that. Like, and like, give me credit for being real. As far as saying like I really am not of substance. That's real too. Because someone could say counter, and I'm not trying to make these niggas Siamese. Someone could say that like, yo, that's a shtick for those of substance. No disrespect, like someone like Kendrick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like you commercialize substance. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not trying to go to that.
But that's
that's a good argument.
That's valid, yo. My next thing was going to be the selling out versus survival. You know what I'm saying? Can you win the game without playing in it, yo? Because we see Monk make this novel like almost as a joke, and all that. But then once it starts picking up legs, it's like, yo, is the success worth the compromise?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's why you don't. That's why you don't do things like that if you don't want to stand by things like that, because you will get put in a corner where you will have to find out, and niggas will start asking you some real tough questions like, "Yo, don't your mom need this money? Like, don't you need to take care of niggas?
Yep.
Don't you need to do something?" And like, yo, your quality stuff is not hitting. And like, I mean, I love the Johnny Walker analogy of like, yeah, you can make all of these, but now you don't, like, sometimes you got to be mindful of the stuff you make.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, like, yeah, bro, I could rap,
Yeah.
but if I make a jingle, it's like, you know, for Hoover vacuum cleaner about sucking, and then like it goes. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm saying so it's a choice that's against you. Like, oh wow, damn, you made the suck song. Like, like you got to be able to be like Pusha T and be like, yeah, I made the Arby's joint.
But you see,
Like,
I made the McDonald's joint, and then they did me dirty, so I'm gonna go to the competitor.
You gotta be willing to. You gotta be willing to stand with whatever you do. Because what if it goes?
Right.
You know what I'm
see
saying?
how his literary agent's opinion of the work changed as soon as he heard the money was coming in. You know what I'm saying? Once he
they want to buy the rights for $4 million. Oh, word.
You know what I mean?
But now we got to keep. Now we're pushing the envelope and seeing like, yo, shit be outrageous, and it don't matter how outrageous it is. Like, yo, people are with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, but you're finding just how commodifying the ignorance. I mean, how much the ignorance is commodified. Yeah. Because it's like, he's like, yo, I know. I'll give it a profane ass name. Y'all not gonna take that. Yep. Now you trying to sabotage it, and they like, oh that's even more authentic. Let's go. Yep. He's like, oh, now I'll do this blacked out interview. Like, you know what I mean?
What was the original title of the book? And he pathology. Yeah, instead of pathology, pathology.
Yeah, like, with an F.
Nah, let's make it fuck, yo. And he's doing that so that to try to sabotage it.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah,
that's
profane.
even better.
Yeah.
And then they end up winning them over. Yeah. Crazy. You know?
Nah,
like, yo, we'll put Michael B. Jordan on the cover in one of those scarves in a tank top.
Well, they ended up putting them in a movie in a fucking tank top.
Standard thug extra outfit. White beater and a Dewey. Cape out.
White beater and a Tommy gun. Black
like,
movie.
Wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look at all those and be like,
Max too. We ain't talk about.
Yo, one time for Max for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Max.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
and I'm
Max
representing her by her name on Living Single.
on Living Single. Yeah,
that's where we at with
that's the classic. You know, classic role for
Max
her.
was tough.
She was
tough.
Yeah, Max was tough.
Yes,
very tough.
Whatever you call like that tight dread do.
Oh yeah, her hair was
the early Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah.
She was, you know what I'm saying?
It was the early Lauryn Hill vibe.
Yeah,
she was killing.
For sure.
Killing.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it takes it back to even the conversation that him and Issa have when they were doing the voting on the novels and shit, where like, you know, she is conscious of, I know what some people may perceive this to be, but that is why I go through these lengths to try to make it as authentic as possible, so that at least the ones, if you know, or like the people within our culture, they resonate with it. Like, I want them to resonate with it because I want it to speak to them. But if these other white people fuck with it and they take it and they just think it's some, you know, for lack of a better, some fucking Jungle Bunny bullshit type shit, yo, you know what I'm saying? Then fuck it, let them do it, because no matter what they do, they bought our albums, a la NWA when they're stepping on all their shit. Hey nigga, they bought all them shit, so fuck it.
And a lot of, and I mean, like, speaking volumes to how she articulated herself and she carried herself. She was the Johnny Walker example. Yeah. Like, she seemed like she had the articulation skills to be able to be one to provide a smart or a more smart novel. Like, in comparison to what we already had from her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see her coming up with something that was blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he was only staying in the pocket of the blue and being mad that red customers wouldn't come over.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just couldn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yo,
What's up?
yo, the way they Sterling, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Sterling K. Brown. Yeah.
Yo,
Terrible Boston accent. Let me say that because I did forget. Yo, this is a low key Massachusetts Boston movie. So shout out to that. But like, yeah, Sterling K. Brown. Like, no one else was trying to do a Boston accent. He the only one that was trying to like hold on to some nigga. Nigga, are you trying to be from Brockton, fucking like Cambridge, or motherfucking Worcester, nigga? Like, I so confused multiple times in this movie, bro. Like, dead ass, yo. And I don't even be on some Massachusetts shit like that, but holy shit, nigga.
But when you're a Massachusetts person, you can tell.
Nigga,
Right.
we see right through that shit, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah.
he
What's up? Well,
no, they didn't have many ways to make him gay. Outside of like every few lines he had to bring it back to him being gay.
yeah, it didn't feel
And
real.
then-
He could have just been the brother that's kind of just free living. You
I mean
know what I'm saying?
that was the movie play. That was the representation is important play, and someone has to be gay in this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So they made him gay, and they overly made him gay. Like half the scenes, and this is no hate from a fat nigga. Like I felt like he didn't own
off.
shirts.
Yeah.
Yo, word.
Like,
Shirts was either mad tight or fucking.
like I was like, wow,
non-existent,
we're trying very hard to show that he's like the overly fit homosexual guy. Like that was like really weird. And then like I feel like the only other thing they was like, yo,
nasty
let
side
side part. They said, yo, maybe we'll throw the side part because who else would have a side part
With
in
the-
this generation except for someone that would be a little bit more eccentric and trying to find a way to shed light on how eccentric one could be.
With the nasty butter knife dull lineup with the sharp part.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
It was
was
a nasty cut.
that was weird.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
And the consummate dickhead throughout the movie, like got punched on by one dude that he started rocking with. He had niggas at the house. Even though they thought he left, he stayed there and
He's
picked
still
niggas
there.
up. So he had niggas when it came time for the wedding. Them
And you
niggas,
forgot the wedding was even supposed to be there. Yeah,
them niggas was at the wedding too.
Shirtless.
Yeah.
Niggas was at the
Yo,
wedding.
niggas was in there
Dancing-
pantless,
yo,
nigga.
Dancing with the mom.
With the mom.
He
grandma.
threw them niggas a button up. Nigga had a button up and a Speedo.
Speedos. That was
Had a
nasty.
wedding reception.
Nasty.
He was already the only white guy there. That was
Yo,
ill.
button up in Speedo is wild uniform.
It's a sick.
Like, word.
It's never that hot.
Yo, you might as well
Never.
just have nothing.
Sick.
Like a button up. Like what's that?
Sick vibes.
Yo, shout out. Yo, it's funny. So that scene, right? I like to think that they were actually playing the song that was playing because I smoke when I watch these shit too. So like I'm just be peeping like little shit and yo, shout out to like natural, real black people being on rhythm. It felt like they were dancing to that music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they had something playing and then when they score the movie,
Yeah,
song,
right.
Over something
like
different.
it looked like everybody was generally moving. And yo, that is like everybody looked like they were moving how they dance in real life type.
There was a
shit.
woman there that was the extra that was
appreciated that.
mad fine.
In that scene. Damn, you made me run it back.
Watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you two.
Yo, yeah, nah, make it running back. Yeah, some shit in
Yeah,
there.
we need to see
Just
that.
one. And there was no like there was no reason for me to notice her. Like she had no like I was like, why did
No
I even see
importance to the
her?
movie.
But then I was like,
Looking ass.
Had
nigga,
that
yo.
laser going.
I was like, my court vision is coming back. I was like, my court vision coming back. Like the blinders are going away.
Nah, yo. Nah, because I'm thinking about the shit we was talking about outside and everything.
Yeah,
yeah.
court vision's coming.
Yeah. Oh my god, yo.
It's bad. Oh man,
Holy shit.
the vet savvy.
Savvy veteran moves, yo.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
fact, yo.
They're always
That's a fact.
underrated, but they always work.
Nigga,
Eyes got to move faster than your feet.
tried and true. Tried and true. You know what I'm saying? The pick and roll gonna work every time.
Every time.
You feel me? You know, anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy that he ain't like none of the movie endings. Oh, that's another thing I want to say. Like,
That fucked me up first viewing. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe I'm blending Bamboozle with Inception. Because I did like how they painted the picture of the writing process or the creative process. Yeah. Like they had the characters be in front of them. Yeah. And then like wait, who is that?
Pretty cool. I kind of wish there was more of that.
Yeah, I wish they would have did that more than that one scene.
Yeah, because that's my man, yo.
From he's from Dead Presidents.
Dead Prez.
With the leg.
With the leg, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny he had that little
Random Samaro being the dad, right?
Damn,
why does son have an eye patch on?
Yo, just nigga shit. Probably lost his eye in jail or some shit like that, bro.
Like that. You know it was full of tropes, so
Armady ass eye patch.
Bro. Like, yo, even the name Stag R. Lee, like Staggerly, bro. Like, wow. All right, bro. All right. You know?
Cause I mean, like in the what's that movie? There's a movie with Joey Badass that does the multiple ending.
Like, the short film. Yeah, he won an Oscar for that shit.
Bro. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like that reminded me.
That's
like
how he got the role for Unique.
That reminds me when he was trying to pitch the ending to the movie guy. Word. He's like, well, maybe we could do it like this, or maybe I run over to Max's crib, or maybe I this. Like
him getting gunned down at the fucking.
Yo, that was
dude bit that. I was like,
shit fucked me up, yo.
Out of pocket.
You know what I'm saying?
He was like, so they smoked him. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yep.
Nigga shit.
Nigga shit.
His nigga shit. Yo. His nigga shit radar went up.
It's a weird movie, but have you ever seen Sorry to Bother You with Lakeith Stanfield? It was one of his like
that's
first,
that's the phone, the call center job.
Joint.
Yeah, and they're having like the compliment off or whatever.
Yeah, they do that.
I didn't see the movie. I only seen like scenes
you see
of
the
it.
clip, the viral clips online. So there's a clip where he goes, because he gets promoted and shit, but he makes it to this this certain level. He gets invited to this party, and they're like, he's the only black dude there, but he not like a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yo, rap. So he gets up there and he don't know what to say, and he literally just starts saying nigga shit, nigga shit, and the fucking crowd they start going.
They probably loving it.
Yeah, it's one of the movies where it's like it's very on the nose with what it's trying to like say and shit like that. Okay. Like it's very much like coming at corporate America. You know, being black in these spaces.
I think I might have seen
on the list.
We'll throw it on there. We'll throw it on there for sure.
But I think I only saw it one time.
Yeah, okay. It's a movie. Like I said, it's like the first. If it's 90 minutes, the first hour is getting crazy, and then like that last 30, it gets a little goofy. But it does just some independent movie shit, yo. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then it reels it back in because it's supposed to be surreal. It's very surreal. It's not our reality. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll throw it on there. But that shit got me. This whole movie, it got me reminded of that. It's just they got elements of it. They don't want to see us, nigga. They don't want to see us live, nigga. You know what I'm saying? America wants to see us live, nigga. They don't want to see us work, nigga. Like, yo, it's like that. Yo.
I mean, I think there were scenes that were missing that would have just made it a longer movie. Because I would have loved to like see, like, I mean, they kept trying to get this elitist shit off with peoples, and it's just like, yo, how was he with the white girl?
Yeah.
Like, how was he in those relationships?
Right.
So in his relationships, is he the guy that's Uncle Tom and he acts like bad shit isn't bad? Like what does he let slide? Like now I'm in the mind of the character, like how much is he on both sides of the fence?
Right.
Or is he just like a scholar and that just happens to be who's around him? And like, because he seems like he doesn't want to be defined by being black, but he doesn't have a problem with being black. So that's why I'm like, I wonder where his character goes.
Or maybe, a lot of the movie is based around like identity. Maybe he really don't know who he is because as he started to talk to his sister, and just beautiful conversation, but revealing like, yo, maybe I really don't know you or our brother like that, and because clearly I didn't know. He looked up to his father the most and didn't know his father was cheating. He was blinded by that. He was blinded by his love for his pop. So maybe just through all of this and then taking care, now being the main caretaker for his mom and shit like that, like just rediscovering like who he is and shit like that. Like could be that too.
I get it. It would have been a long ass.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there was
I'm with
so
you
many-
on the. I wish there was just more of a montage of him writing the book and not just that one scene where he's going crazy. Like, I would have liked to see like just maybe like a montage of like a couple chapters. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing those whoever I don't even remember what the main character's name was. Just some regular.
But even a flashback montage of him writing the other book, like
Or-
to show that
or-
that's just his process.
Word, yeah.
Like it maybe
Yeah.
like with the same characters, but being
But
the
playing
characters
it
in
in
his
those
book.
book, yeah.
Like those are just the niggas in
That
his
would be
head.
fire.
Like that
Damn,
would
that's fire.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Damn, nigga, you should write a movie script.
you know.
Next chapter. Yeah, I mean, but
that all?
yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it. Ratings?
Oh yeah.
Ratings?
I'm gonna go for it.
Word, yeah. I had it. I think I got it at a 4. I think 4 is
cool
solid.
with 4.
Yeah.
Thinking because I'm like,
Did you see this prior? You saw this prior to this?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
word.
did.
Okay.
and like to watch it again, I felt just as strongly on the rewatch that I did the first time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So I might give it a little edge. I might say like a 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, yo, respect.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean,
'Cause,
bro.
like, I feel like over the span of time, it's gonna be something that I reference and go back to and watch again. You know, what
I
mean?
enjoyed bro, I watched it. Yo, the first time I watched it was yesterday.
Word.
And I watched it 4 times.
Oh shit, word. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, like yo, and because like just to touch on some of the how it has all these themes on like what's being marketed for black people or to black people or just has black people in it and marketed to the masses. Like even just looking at like you got very classic, authentic black actors, legendary black actors in it. It's black people portrayed in a positive way because it's not they wasn't broke. No. Like yo, they're living in that's North. Like what it looks like to be is they're in North Shore, Massachusetts, because that definitely don't look like South Shore. Nigga.
They had some moments that are like we don't even have time to get into those conversations.
Right.
But with the siblings relationship, so like Tracy Ellis, she's holding it down. Mm-hmm. Shout out to wifey. but then like you got the distant sibling, then you got the sibling that's there, but like it's kind of like pulled away, which was some dirty Mac and hate to say this family will break your heart. That was wild.
Yeah, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. That nigga was scorned, yo.
He was hurt because but bro, you're dealing with identity issues and sexuality and people not being accepting of that.
Yeah.
And I mean like
your mom's is she's losing it, and then she makes the comment.
But
and that's what got him upset.
You know what? And the thing is like, forgive me for saying this. Forgive me, LGBTQ community. There's a lot of entitlement because there's a lot of victimization in the community.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like they're disrespected on such a level that when they're finally able to be loud and proud for themselves and they're able to speak for themselves, they're thinking everybody has to subscribe. And like, yo, people have choice too. Like just like you want your choice respected, like you got to respect that somebody may not agree with you. And you know what I mean? Like some niggas are old, some niggas just been alive too long, and some people that's not their values or where they came from. And like, you know what I mean? Like to be mad at your mom, like I'm sorry, nobody's bigger than the program. Like you see that she's dealing with she's dealing with Alzheimer's.
Yo, and
like come on, bro. Like
for him to turn around in the wedding when he speaks to Monk and he's like, Dad never
knew, but he wanted them to know.
You know what I'm saying? But you're upset when your mom is like, I always knew.
And I respect what he said in that scene as far as like wanting the dad to know who he is, even if his dad didn't accept him, so that he could like not accept who he really was and to live his truth. From that standpoint, shout out to you, bro. Word. Yeah. But damn, like yo, you got to understand that like some things come with that. Like some people are gonna be like, yo, some people are just gonna be old niggas. Yeah. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like yo, that's like really being at, you know what it is? That's like working at that nursing home and an old white person being there, and then they say something racist, and all of a sudden you drop the quality of care. It's like, bro, you gotta do your job.
Yeah.
Like you gotta understand that like this person is just on their way out, and the world's changed. Like you can't be mad at them the way you mad at a 30-year-old that just got racism handed down to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a little different.
For sure.
Damn. Well, shit.
Yo, he was the ancient. Yo, he had
No. I'm saying, well, shit. Like,
bro,
we
he
did
had
that.
He had the bins.
Yeah, nah.
He had the bins in the last scene. Like, bro, but then he was able to shut him up because he was like, "Yo, don't count my pockets unless you want to pay some of this bill." And he was like, "Nothing to say then."
Yeah.
Like, yo, he was a fucked up character.
Yeah.
When you really start getting into it,
You peel back the layers for sure.
Yep.
my bad.
Nah,
Sterling.
nah,
My bad, Sterling.
yeah. Yo, that just shows, bro. The movie was well.
It was a great movie.
Great
Yeah,
movie.
for
Great
sure.
movie. Yeah. Definitely check it out. But shit, on that note,
On that
subscribe, share,
Yeah.
seen and not heard.
Share.
You know what I'm saying?
Heard gang.
Heard gang.
Another one.
You heard me?
What you say?